Continuing on, let's take a look at the wallet for the trade on the Bitcoin, US dollar, NAM, GRS using the ratio in here. And very good progress thus far. A double value differential between GRS and the NEM, as the last two trades have been selling NEM for GRS, and having these go back and forth, up and down. Well, that's what's going to really make the profits, that it has to really do that. And the last trade was selling here at 26.69. So these are getting close to these levels. Almost soon you'd think you'd want to sell against the Bitcoin, but at this stage, not quite yet could I really enthusiastically want to do so, just because the ownership is a little lower. And let's move on now to the next trade. We just had a ratio trade at 0.73, and we went through a lot of high volatile times in here. And you had a little bit of slowdown, still volatile. And you got to keep that in mind going forward. And we move on to 75, 76, 81. But we're going several days without the need to make a trade. So here we have the ratio go down. It goes down to 0.53, which means there's going to be continuation of the selling of NEM for that of GRS. The NEM is worth 1.18 Bitcoin, GRS is worth 1.7. So I'm going to see in here, okay, well, there's 30,000 of it. Last time we traded 12. Well, at 30,000, this is getting quite hefty. Even 7,500 is 25%. Might have been a little larger of a sale either way. I'm going to go for 7,000 in here, which is still a good number. And with the price at 2073, that's not quite half. So I'm not going to not quite double back. So 13.5 maybe, or 13.2, or 12.9 will be maybe 13 even. Will work out. So that trade is in place. And there we have it, 3.05 Bitcoin value now. That's, or even 312, 313. Pretty good. Bitcoin 1271. So let's put this in bold. Put in the ratio here. And go for the next trade. Below 42 or above 66. 44. 60. And meanwhile, markets are going, well, not really, they're not moving, changing too much. Now this went up to 46.88. Bitcoin's up to 1,500. The ratio has went down enough where, well, this is down in price, this is up in price, so we can make yet another trade. Let's take a look at the value of everything before we decide exactly what the trade numbers are going to be. The NEM is worth 1.1. So that's one of the reasons why I'm a little hesitant to sell that against Bitcoin, as GRS has got a large ownership, and it's just going to continue to do so as we continue to sell. Owning 24,000. Last time it was 7. 20% would be 5, so maybe go something about 56, a little more than that 20 number. And 18, 36, 54. This is more than triple. So I'm going to get more than 3 times 5, 6. So that's like, what, 18? No, it can't be. Well, 16? 14? And not, okay, 15? Okay, so 5,600 out, 14,800 in. There's the portfolio, 4,500 and about a little over 3 Bitcoin value. Put this in bold. And last trade at 37, we're looking to go below 30 or above 46. Well, there's below 30. What has happened here? This has went up, and this has went down. Okay, this is just getting one-sided at this point. We own 18,000. 3,600 is 20%. We did trade 56. Let's go maybe 45. And in here, 1612. Well, 5 times, 6 times, I'm just going to get this price here, 1632. Double that is 64. It's not quite a 4x differential. So 17,000 is, I can get more than that, less than that. There we have it. So a gain of 17,000, and the GRS numbers are just, they're just growing large. But this is enabling for amazing buybacks when that situation presents itself to accumulate 127,000 of those coins. Definitely going to want to be trading some of those against Bitcoin again as well, given an opportunity. So let's move on to the ratio last traded here. Put in 26 here, so looking to go below 21 or above 33. Okay, one day it does it. And we're getting more and more of this continuation. So 19 is the number here. Owning 14, almost 14. So 3,000, 3,300, 35, maybe 34. Kind of wouldn't mind getting around the same number I was getting before, because when they keep going straight in one direction, you just really got to sell. So 3,800 is a little aggressive based on your ownership, but the way I look at it is selling 38, leaving myself with 95. If this thing's going to go straight up, it's worth 0.71 Bitcoin as it is, so it's only going to be worth like 1.1, 1.2. And I would just be able to sell more off again still. So I'm not selling out as far as I'm looking at that, and that's what I'm looking to do, is not sell out and sell the most aggressive amounts as possible at the same time. Okay, so 1,400, if you times that by 10, that's 14,000. You divide that by 2, that's 7. So that's a better than a 5x move. So I should get a little more than 19,000 coins. And I will, even 20,000. Okay, there we have it. 20,050. And numbers, actually this has got to be written 7398. And then 2.95 Bitcoin, $4,500. Let's continue. Okay, 0.19 is last trade. Let's do 15 or 24. Well, there's 26. As GRS goes up, XCM goes down. It's just the first pop. It could go up a lot more. So I don't want to sell too aggressive on GRS, but I obviously own a lot. It's 2.3 Bitcoin compared to 5.8. I own 147,000. 20 is 28,000, but I mean I picked up 20,000 last time. Let's do like say 19,050 and gain like 1,000. That's like 5%. I'll do better than a 5% flip here. 1,500 times 4 is 6,000, so it's less than a 4x move, which means I'm going to get more than 25% of this. So I should be getting somewhere close to 5,000 coins, I would think. Yes, close to is right. 49.80. What does... Let's do 49.30. And there we have it. So 6,054 I'll type in here. 1581 type in there. Ratio trade is done. So GRS down to 2.02, 0.88 for NEM. But overall value still doing well. Over 3.1 Bitcoin, over 5,500 US dollars. Let's continue on to the next one. 0.26 was in place. So 20 or 34 is the numbers I'm looking for. Well, that's 16. So that makes it easy still. And on this, we have the NEM going from 60 to 76, and this from down from 1581 to 1249. So therefore, let's just buy the minimum on here because of our high ownership. And I should be selling a lot less than that 49.50. Like even 44 might be too much. Maybe. Well, that's way off. Yeah, it's less than that. 3,000. Oh, way off. Okay, so it looks like I'd be selling about 31. That works. I'd be selling 31.40, gaining 1,810 of these at this time. That's a very phenomenal gain. Now we can see the ratio getting a little bit closer. Again, they go back up and down across each other. Your value is hanging in there still. Let's move on to the worksheet here. So 16 was last trade. So 12, I guess, or 21, blackjack. And there's 23. This goes down from 76 to 59. The other one goes up to 1371. So this is not bad. We can sell some more GRS. Well, it's only second in a row. How many do we want to sell? We own 147,000. So 20% is 28. And as we go, we were just at 19 before. So I'm going to do like a number in the middle here because I think getting rid of 10% or 20% is still high, but it's not required to give me a good score. Where if I do like say 24,000-ish area, I get a third of a Bitcoin here. I would probably manage to pick up. Well, this price is lower and I'm looking to get more, so we're looking at like say 7,500. No, not even. 6,000 is a little closer. So 58 it looks like would be around where it will be. So 56.20 will go. Okay, there we have it. So 24,000 out, 5,600 of them in on this trade. As far as this is concerned, still hanging in there. So let's put 0.23 on here. We're waiting for a break below 18 or above 29. That's 17. This went down. This went up. Let's make a trade. So put the ratio in here. Bold this at 17. And I'm just want to look back at some of the buybacks. Still, I haven't done anything like buying. Of course, I mean, this is almost going to be a lost trade. 12.15. It's hanging in there. Lost trade means it's probably never going to go back. You just have to keep the Bitcoin you had for it. But that's fine because when markets go up, all the coins you're trading after that are going to make up for it and more. All right then, so this goes up. We'll be selling some of the NEM after accumulating 5,600. That means own 17. So like well over 34 is 20%. If I do say 4,300, would I even get close to what I had before? Yes, that's right on. That's amazing. Okay. So there's a trade, 4,300 out and 24,500 go in. There we have it. Next trade, 0.17 I'll put in here. So 13 or 22. It goes to 10. This goes up to 11,480. That's huge. The other one just hangs in there at 1198. I mean, that's a big, big move. 10 to 17 and If I guess I could just do it here, put in, just so I can see the move a little bit better. So 104 to 174, that's a different, that's about 70% almost. So technically on a 70% move, I look at, okay, well, what's 70 divided by 171? So 41%. That's like maximum sell. I haven't really stored up a major balance to do more, and I probably won't even do 40%. 30% would represent about 3,800. So that's what I'm going to do, is 3,800. So okay, let me just take that off for now. The value of the NEM is 1.46. I'm tempted to sell it against Bitcoin. Maybe on the next move I probably would. So let's just do, yeah, 3,600 here. And I should get a very good score here. That's almost a 10 to 1 ratio on the other side. So let's just see with 32,000 if that's, if I easily get more than that. 36, not quite. 34, a bit more. How about 35? Oh, not quite. Okay, so I'll settle with that. So 34,200 come in, and 3,600 of them go out. Okay, and maybe I should be trading them against Bitcoin. These are big numbers. Let's see what happens on the next one. So let's just do 0.104. Goes to 13, 14. So down from 11.4 to 10.8, up to 15.32. Yeah, you got to trade on the ratio here. So GRS worth 2.7, XEM worth 1, and Bitcoin numbers. You own 181,000. So you could easily give up most of what you got before in the last ratio trade. So let's just pick up a modest 200 or 2,000 on that flip and get well more than 3,600 back. Not quite 48, but more than 44. There we go. So 32,200 out, gain of 2,000, 4,500 in, a gain of 900. So a little more balanced, but still GRS in control as far as ownership over the NEM. And your balance at 4 Bitcoin, 7,800, 2,000 US dollars now as far as the Bitcoin price going higher right now. So let's put in 0.14 here. Let's go. So after 0.14, let's look for like 10 or 19. 13, 12, 12, 15. What's the prices doing? Bitcoin's breaking 2. A decent decline on the GRS down to 11, but of course I would like to see even further decline to get the ratio to the 10 number. But goes up to 16. And now we're going many days without trading. 17, 28. Okay, that will fix it. What made it go so big? GRS pretty much had a big move. So let's make a trade. Big move again. We're looking to go over 18. It goes to 28. As far as how many GRS is owned, I mean, 149,000. If I want to do a third of that, it would be 150. But I also own 3.5. I could sell some against Bitcoin. What was the last trade I did on GRS? Let me just put in, see what the price is. It's 23. 1,200. So I think that I'm going to, but what I want to do is focus not how many I want to get rid of, because I got more than I need to, but how many Bitcoin I want to gain. I got 0.25 Bitcoin. And if something's like, what's like 5,000 do? Oh, 0.18. How about like, or 15,000? That gives me 0.35. That is well more than what I needed. So if I do 10,000, I would get 0.23. which would do better, almost give me a double up. And 10,000 of 150,000 isn't that big of a number. So from this point on, I'm probably going to want to sell a quarter of what I own against that of NEM. So 10% is 14,000, 20% is 28, so we're looking at about 34, 35,000. So let's go minus 35,000 here. I'm going to put this in bold. And yeah, get the number here. And with the price at 84.75 on this one, the ratio is well, I could easily just go like this to get the exact number, just 84.75. Because I'm looking at the inverse ratio, 3.5 times. So we're looking at over 10,000. It looks like maybe 98, 80. Okay, we'll go 97.20. So an aggressive play again because the market had that situation happen. And when we look at the wallet after this play, GRS worth more than NEM. Overall, decent sized gains. 12,000 US dollar. Oh, that's going up. Yeah, that's going higher. Starting off with 100. Bitcoin price is at 25, but that's far away from the 13,000 that I seriously was predicting them to go at that point. That's the next leg higher. But I probably for the first time I'm making in real life I'm making microscopic profit taking. But we'll just assume you're playing a few other coins, and this is just one of your serious ones as well. We'll get into serious profit taking times within it. But let's continue on now to the next trade. 0.28 was where we left off here. So we're looking to go below 22 or above 35. There's 42. That's because GRS goes up to 32 and this goes down further to 77. So let's trade the ratio again. It's an okay size move given that I was selling for 35. 42 minus 28, the differential there is 14 points. 14 divided by 28 is 50. 50% moves. Can justify 1/3 out, but no. 1/3 out would be like 34,000. I'm probably more comfortable to about 28,000, 29. So let's do 28.5. It's going to be 0.937 Bitcoin. So we're almost at the first full Bitcoin trade. And we'll get there and even higher. But some trades are going to go up and down in value. And we'll go lower than this probably too. But if I have the availability to make this kind of trade, then I would. So that's why I'd be doing it here. Okay, so how much would I get back? I'd get back well less than half, so maybe 12,000 and half of 28.5. Okay, wow, that's almost another perfect one. So there we go. So that ratio trade is in place. 16,000, 5.7 Bitcoin. Let's now go on to the next one, 0.42 I'll put in here. And we go to 34, but I want to break below it. And there's that break below. The outcome was GRS falling to 25.89 and NEM rallying to 80.37. So we'll make a ratio trade in here. And the ownership on this is 35,000 NEM. It's now worth more than GRS. So if we do like a standard type of, after gaining 12, that was a pretty significant gain. So if I say, get out of 9,800 of them, would I get even 28,000 back? Oh, I get more than that. 30,000, well, 30,500 will be too much. Close enough. Okay, so that ratio trade here is done. 14,005 and a quarter BTC. Let's see where we go from here. Looking for a break below 26 or above 40. And there's 40. We can see right now that the coin's GRS is increasing again. The other coin is barely going down at 73. Well, there's 51. So let's trade the ratio again. The situation was a good GRS rally, 3,600 from the 25. This goes down, so that's nice to see. And let's figure out, well, what do we own in here? We own for GRS 106,000. So over like 25% is like 25K. So if we do 25%, is the move big enough? Oh, for sure. I could even do a bit more, and I will. 26.5. Not much more. 71.38 is the price there. So it's almost double the price. So 13,000 or so should be what we'd be looking to add. There we have it. So that ratio trade is done again. 6.15, that's a higher number. 16,000 at $2,600 Bitcoin. And you still got a good Bitcoin number, zero point 0.5, but you still want to profit take whenever it's coming. And the last one was 2,300 here. You've built up a good enough amount of these coins where if it comes up, you could probably get a big bang up move. You could probably sell against Bitcoin, and that's not what I wanted to do. And for time, let's do one final trade because we're at the 27-minute mark. So last trade was in at 51. So we'll go a break above 41, or below 41 rather, above 64, 48, 46. And the markets that have the play right there. Just a small move. It's only 2 basis points higher, but it's there. So the ratio will be traded again. The situation was the NEM going down and the GRS going up to 42 on it. So just a simple trade. We got almost 80,000. So that would be like 16,000 for 20, 20,000 for 25%. So let's go 21,000 here. And maybe pick up, what was it, maybe 14,000 maybe? Let's go 21,000 here. And I'd pick up less than that. And more than the 13.5, that number will work. So that trade is now complete. So we've had 428 days gone through. We'll be looking to move the next trade below 53 or 83. It's still, there's a lot of wild times to come moving on to the next part. The volatility at this point, a spoiler, I know it doesn't evaporate. It will continue on going, and it hasn't even gotten anywhere yet. When we get to the Bitcoin prices of 5, 10, 15, 20,000, and then 17,000 is when this will get extremely large, or when its peak period will come into place. At this stage, over 6 1/3 Bitcoin is what your BTC, NEM, and GRS is worth. You pretty much just got to minus this nothing number from it because that's the value of negative $100, which is what you started with. And when you start with 100, you're at 16,000. Well, that means so far you've pulled off 100 and well, actually no, 1,600 would be a 10x. Yeah, or yeah, 160x gain. So it's not bad, but it can be a lot higher, and it will be that of a lot higher. 20 or both coins are now at 52,000 for the ownership. 52, 55,000, and zero point 0.5 Bitcoin. Just want to make sure that everything is. Yep, that was a big trade here, the 0.23. The first trades. I mean, here we're doing 21, flipping 21,000 for 14,000. It was 16 and 20,000 as on the original trade. So as far as what you've gained on your coins, that's about a 3x move on average so far. And if you can gain 3x on two coins that you're happy with, that you think are both are going to go up, and you normally would just hold them for like that year, you just want to hold them and wait. Well, yeah, they'll have its up and down moves on how many you'll own, but you can see how you're gaining along the way with it, which is helping you even do better in well beating this game. Okay, thank you for tuning in. The next part will be on the next day, and if it's already been days since then, you should be able to find it hopefully in the related videos or search the channel or search YouTube for the name. Thank you and take care. Bye bye.